We're live.
We're
live, baby.
All right, boys. Hydro & Co. episode 17, 18, something like that. I don't fucking know. But today we're moving on with our regularly scheduled program going into Week 14. But before we get into Week 14, we're going to recap Week 13, and that's what this episode's going to be primarily about. And then we got a little game that we're probably going to play here at the end of the episode that we'll get into in a little bit later. But I just say we jump right in to all things Week 13, talking about the games that we had this week. Some pretty good games. Monday night game was really good. It came down to the wire. Deshaun Watson made his return this week, so that's something to talk about. And there's a lot of teams that may not have been fighting for playoff spots as much that are starting to make a little bit of a end-of-season run. So I say we go ahead and Chase, you got the games pulled up for this week? Awesome.
Well, first we can talk about the bold prediction me and Kendall had that the Patriots were going to beat the Bills. However, the Bills beat the Patriots 24-10. So we kind of outsmarted ourselves there.
We did.
Quick stuff sucks, apparently.
Yeah.
Mac Jones did not have a fun time against the Bills. And Josh Allen looked like his UCL injury was not affecting him as much as it had been. Maybe just him getting used to his, reduced ability. He's definitely not 100%.
Yeah. Patriots could not get the running game going to save their life. It just kind of put Mac Jones in a bad situation. He was just, at that point, Bills were just pinning their ears back, getting after him. Mac Jones actually scrambling around for his life.
Yeah, Bills being good at football is good for the NFL. So one of the more entertaining teams in the league. So, as long as that UCL injury isn't affecting Josh Allen, it's great for the NFL to have him be able to sling the rock as well as he does. So, congrats to the Bills for beating the Patriots. They move on to 9-3, and the Patriots drop to 6-6. Next up, I guess I can talk about this one. The Eagles move on to 11-1 as they beat the Titans and they drop to 7-5. 35-10. I was at this game. You could tell, pregame, that A.J. Brown had, a chip on the shoulder. It seemed like he was not emotional, but you could tell he was fired up. Jalen Hurts had a wonderful game. 380 yards and 3 touchdowns. Probably one of the best games of the passer he's had. One of the things that helped the Eagles beat the Titans the way they did was the Titans' leading rusher was Ryan Tannehill. 3 carries for 34 yards, so they believe they held Derrick Henry to 30 yards. That was the one thing that the Eagles struggled with, was stopping the run. I believe if you can stop Derrick Henry, you can stop anybody. However, obviously the Titans receivers aren't much of a threat. So,
yeah, their number one is what? Robert Woods?
It'd be Traylon Burks.
He got hurt early.
Yeah, he got lit up. He got knocked out. Took a hit. He caught the ball, got the touchdown, took a hit, and he never came back.
Did that happen in front of you, in your end zone, or the other one?
No, that was the other end zone. I wish it was.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. Watch someone get knocked the fuck out in front of you.
Just to hear
sounds
that
terrible.
Well, yeah, just hear that. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, the hit.
It was a clean hit, though. If you look at the replay,
it was. He's fine.
For me,
it's not life-threatening or anything. He's fine.
He just got run. Unfortunately for me, though, everything that was exciting to come to place on the other side of the ball. I got 2 touchdowns. That's all. Miles Sanders' 4th quarter touchdown. Quante's touchdown first. Had a good time, though. Obviously, big win like that. Yeah. First.
My prediction that Derrick Henry would run for 200 wasn't very good.
Sounds like your predictions this week just fucking flopped.
Well, at least I
Well,
gave
we have-
something. But anyway, it was mainly because I was talking to two Eagles fans. So whenever I talk to two Eagles fans, I like to try to mess with them a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because Bryce was on here last week.
Yeah, he was there too. We got. I mean, it's crazy. We wouldn't shut up, and I felt bad for everybody that was sitting in front of us and behind us. We were just yelling some outlandish reactions out of the Titans fans sitting next to us. It's fun though. I wanted to get in a fight, but luckily I didn't. But moving on, the Steelers beat the Falcons 19-16. Steelers moved to 5-7. Falcons moved to 5-8.
I think the biggest highlight of that game was Najee bouncing dude's head off the turf.
Dribbled that guy's
Like a
head.
Yeah.
The TikTok made for that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that one. Let's see. Do they have a chance to make the playoffs?
Yeah. Yeah, if they
it's
went
got
out.
to be it's got to be a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Their division's just
They could
Top
maybe lose one game. One more.
38 has them at 6%. They play Baltimore, Carolina, and Las Vegas.
Yeah, we
I
play the
remember
Steelers at some point.
But Lamar being hurt, I think that increases their chance to beat the Ravens at least.
And I mean, Kenny Pickett's playing better. The shaky start. I think he had 3 picks the first game, or
Yeah.
what?
And a
Yeah,
half.
it's 3.
I mean, so he turned out to be he's had a decent year so far. For the Falcons, I feel like Marcus Mariota might need to sit this one out because he's not winning the Falcons games, but he's definitely hurting their chances of winning them. So. They're still in the hunt. South is dog
A joke.
They're bad.
I don't know. You might have to put.
Expectation-wise, the NFC East and South switched.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep,
Oh, it's
the
pretty
NFC
much the NFC East for a while.
The Bucks and Saints were both supposed to be juggernauts. But before the season, if you remember, because the Saints had like this revamped defense.
hey, defense has not been the fucking problem. Let me tell you.
No, it hadn't. It hadn't been the problem.
But we'll get into that later.
Moving on, I guess. Packers, they beat the Bears.
Shocker.
5-8. Bears moved to 4-10. Packers 28-19.
Only thing I seen about this game was Aaron Rodgers' salute after the game, and then he was talking to the reporter, and he was like, "Yeah, I had to give a salute to the fans. You never know when it's the last time you'll be here. I've had a lot of great memories here, a lot of good wins, you know." So I guess Aaron Rodgers continues to own the Bears, and will forever own the Bears.
If the Bears had a semi-decent defense, they probably would have won that game too.
They were up heading into the fourth.
Yeah, no.
And then the Packers got 18 in the fourth. I mean,
Yeah.
A.J. Dillon had a decent game. Like 18 carries, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown. Justin Fields as a passer wasn't terrible. He had 5 incompletions.
Ball only hit the ground 3 times.
That's one way to look at it.
That's a positive, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
On the next game, the Lions dropped 40 on the Jaguars. The Lions moved 5-7. The Jaguars dropped 4-8.
I watched this game. This was the Jags were kind of moving the ball, and on the first drive they were moving it. Etienne fumbled. Lions scored. Second drive they didn't move the ball. Lions scored. And then they were moving the ball again. Somebody else fumbled. I can't remember what, but Trevor Lawrence was just kind of getting screwed all game by fumbles. The Jags had like 2 or 3. And they had like a muffed punt, I believe. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. But Trevor Lawrence in that game took a nasty injury. I'm very, very surprised that he was able to come out in the second half and play. Oh, dude.
Have they said like what it is? I haven't seen anything.
They believe he's fine. I've been looking at it since I got him in fantasy. They believe he's fine, but he's getting an MRI. I think he either got an MRI today or tomorrow on his right foot. But golly, when it happened, he immediately reached for his knee and was screaming like
it looked nasty.
His cleat stuck in the ground, and the guy like spun him around like one of them plays, and his foot never moved. Oh, it was awful. I immediately thought, as I'm sure the whole NFL world immediately thought, that he tore his ACL or broke his leg or something, because it looked
kind of like Alex Smith type.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It seemed like the game in general was like, you see the line start to trend upward. They've went through their rebuild and their growing pains, but they're starting to get kind of the fruit of their labor in a sense. They're starting to win some games now, and it just seems like the Jaguars are going through those similar growing pains that the Lions went through last year. Because if you really think about it, last year for the Jaguars was just a wash. This is really I treat this as Trevor Lawrence's system-wise rookie year, because Doug Peterson's offense is not a fucking easy offense to just get there and learn. It takes a lot of it's going to be better with reps, and I think you see the Jags are only going to get better, especially with Doug Peterson as their coach. Like, it seems like they got the right coach now. It's just okay. This is T-Law's real rookie year to get to know the system, and thinking next year you'll start to see some results.
Lions are still in the bubble, right?
Yep.
They might get a wild card.
They just got to keep winning.
Done. They're 4-8. Their best they could do is go 9-8, which would that's like, I don't know. They'd have to have the right teams lose.
They're 5-7 right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they were.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Jags.
No. Lions.
So, my fault. Yeah, the Lions still have a small shot.
Yeah, they have an 8% chance of working 5-13. Not a high chance, but a chance.
I love how
here we have a rare occasion where Kendall completely agrees with Wyatt that the Jags, me and him agree that this is kind of Trevor Lawrence's rookie year, and he's been playing good football, and I'm happy for him because I like Trevor Lawrence. He's a good dude, and I think that both of these teams, Jags, Lions, I think both of those teams in 3 years, I'll say, they'll both be like playoff teams, like really good teams.
I just love how they were going to have Jamison Williams play gunner, because he's coming back from his ACL tear. They're going to have him play gunner. It's a lot less cutting. I guess it's an easier way to ease into coming back to play, because he did it at Alabama, and then the Lions didn't punt one fucking time, so he didn't even get out there.
Yeah.
Moving on to a game that has some playoff implications. Not particularly with each other, but the Vikings beat the Jets 27-22. The Vikings beat the Jets 7-5. Mike White, 31 for 57, 369 yards and 2 interceptions. I don't know how many games you're going to win with quarterback throwing 57 times. Only putting up 26 points.
The first half for the Jets was super, super, super slow. Except for I want to say second drive, maybe. Maybe in the first drive, they kicked field goal.
Shit. If you're Mike White, a quarterback on Mike White's caliber, and you throw the ball 57 times and you only throw 2 picks, you'll take that. Because let's be real, Mike White is not a great quarterback. He's not bad.
No, I know he had no touchdowns and 2 picks, but I do think that's kind of a little misleading. He was throwing some lasers that game. He had a few beautiful passes.
Yeah, I'm saying that as a positive. He threw 2 picks, but he threw the ball 57 fucking times.
Yeah.
Well, he threw for over 300, which
God, I would hope so.
He's done
38
that.
passes completed.
But still, they could all have been check downs and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
I mean, Garrett Wilson had 8 receptions for 162, so it seems like he's found a receiver he likes to throw it to.
Mike White is the answer, at least for the rest of the year. And then
Didn't that game come down to the last drive?
It
I
did.
can't remember.
That was one of Mike White's picks, I believe, was the last drive. Was it the last drive or the one before?
I think it was the one before.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 4th down. He had to throw it somewhere, and he threw a pick.
And it may have been the last drive. I can't remember.
It was either the last drive or the one before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else about that game?
Me and Wes were kind of talking about this in the party. It was either last night or the night before that Justin Jefferson is clearly, it has been for weeks, maybe even a year now, ever since he entered the league. He's clearly one of the NFL's golden childs. Like, there was a play in that game. He went to go catch a pass. Brandon saw it too. Clean hit, Jets defender. He put his shoulder in Justin Jefferson's chest. Clean hit all day. And there was 3 different flags that landed right at the play. And then they showed the replay, and it was awful call. And then me and Wes got to talking. There was a play in the Commanders-Vikings game, too, that was iffy, and it was a pass interference call on the defense, Benjamin St. Juste. But because it's Justin Jefferson, he's going to get that call every time because he's one of the NFL's golden childs. That's kind of what we're saying. But I like Justin Jefferson, so that's not anything against him. It's not his fault, but I just kind of wanted to point that
I
out.
still don't get it from like that hit that you're talking about from Sunday, Jets and Vikings. Like how they called unnecessary roughness because like he was not defenseless. I mean, he
was looking
2
right
or
at
3.
him.
Yeah. I mean, he took, I think, 2 steps, maybe. He just taking 1.
He jumped to catch it. So he did. He jumped to catch it with his arms out here. He caught the ball. He literally brought it in. He's facing the defender at this point, and as he had already landed, and as he's taking his first step, shoulder to chest, and they called unnecessary roughness. It was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good call, but he still hung on to the ball, so I'll give him credits.
He did still hang on to it. That was
insane.
great. Yeah, insane catch.
Thought he would have been knocked out cold.
There's certain people, mainly quarterbacks, that are going to get pretty much every call, is what I was saying. Like Tom Brady's always been one of them. Mahomes has been one of them recently. Herbert gets a lot of calls. Just people like that. This is kind of like the first receiver that pretty much gets any call he wants. That's what I was saying.
I mean, and the thing that sucks about that is like the easy answer is just like review it. You can see it Thursday that it's a clean hit, but you can't do it because it would in the NFL's mind it would take so much longer to review every single one. But they got to come up with a fix for that. I think we discussed these types of things in previous episodes, but hopefully this offseason they can come up with some type of solution to help with like those bang plays. That way you don't get wrongly penalized for a clean hit. So otherwise you're going to take defense completely out of the game.
They need to do it like they do in soccer.
Like
in the World Cup, the VAR. No, it's like a 4th ref. It's like automated. It's like, in soccer, it's offsides. And, like, it's a really bang kind of thing. It's hard to tell on the sideline, especially when you're running full speed. The VAR is like a bird's eye view, and it uses, like, robots and stuff, too, to, like, see it. And if, like, the VAR calls a penalty, it's like, beep, penalty. It sounds into the ref's ears. Play call. They call the play dead, and they bring it back. Like, the XFL is kind of similar, too, with the 4th ref overviewing everything.
I'm glad you actually brought that up because I feel like the XFL was the one league that started bringing new things in, and I believe that the XFL will definitely help out the NFL as a product because of the way they do things. The NFL will obviously adapt some of the things that they use over there, so hopefully they have a solution to our problem with the NFL.
I'm ready to go to a Battlehawks game.
I don't have a team near me, which sucks.
Houston Roughnecks, baby. Let's go.
We'll talk about it.
XFL recaps coming up soon.
We better not.
And then the USFL's back too, baby. Oh, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
What a time to be alive.
Ben DiNucci MVP, XFL.
Moving on to a game that kind of sucked to watch. The Commanders and the Giants tied.
Yeah, fuck you, Graham Gano. You could have given me 4 extra fantasy points if you would have booted that shit in. And Daniel Jones, they played like absolute pussies in the fucking overtime. They played too conservative.
I hate ties, so I don't even know what to say about this game. So
Ties are stupid.
Yep, they are.
Yeah, I think that
they're
should be
the
the recap
dumbest
of that
thing.
game. It's 3 words, or 4 words. Ties are stupid. No, that's 3. Yeah, let's just move on.
Ties stink. Ties stink.
I will say this after the game ended, all the Eagles fans went to the walkways and stuff. And TV's on. We were all watching the game, and nobody knew how to react whenever he missed the field goal because we were like,
Does that mean-
help us?
Does that mean Taylor Heineke gets 1 Jordan instead of 2? He didn't
Maybe.
win, but he didn't lose.
Taylor Heineke's a clown. He's not an NFL quarterback. He is a very good vocal leader. He's going to make a great coach one day. Clown. Winning. Losing the game. Moving on to another news fest. The Ravens beat the Broncos 10-9. Ravens moved to 8-4, and the Broncos 3-9. This run limit.
Fire Nathaniel Hackett at the end of the year and try to find somebody dumb enough, a.k.a. the Washington Commanders, to take Russell Wilson's fucking big-ass contract because your team's fucked.
Is it Hackett or is it Russell Wilson?
Both.
I don't
Hackett's
think
offense sucks dick cheese, and he can't coach. He literally has a time fucking manager in the box. So stupid. If you're an NFL head coach, you can't manage time. Why are you a head coach? And then Russell Wilson is just dick.
I personally believe everyone is at fault with the Broncos. I don't think Hackett is a good coach. I don't think Russ is very good anymore. I was saying before they got Russ, before this year, I was saying that I thought their talent around the quarterback was overrated. I thought their receivers were a little overrated. I thought Javonte Williams was getting a little bit too much hype. I always thought Pat Surtain gets way too much hype. By the way, he cannot guard Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is his daddy. But anyway.
Look how many people can, Kendall.
Nobody. Good point there, Watt. But anyway.
No one wants to play for either one of them either. No one wants to play for fucking Russ.
No.
Like, no one.
I was about to say that. I don't know if y'all seen, but it's either his birthday or his wife's birthday.
It was
Russ's birthday.
Half the team showed up.
The
That's
team
still
showed up.
decent. That's still pretty good. It's an
No.
NFL team.
That's awful.
not if you're the quarterback, dude. You gotta have
No,
like,
but-
as a quarterback, you gotta have respect from like everybody. Everybody's
but,
gotta
like,
be like, I love that guy.
You listen to it on
Hold on.
Pat McAfee's show. Pat McAfee was like, man, if Peyton Manning got half the fucking Colts to show up for his fucking birthday party, he'd be fine with that because everyone, it's like week fucking 12. Everyone's beat the fuck up. No one it's like their first off day in a while. Like, he was like, no one wants to fucking go to that shit. Now, if they'd have if they would have knew they got $50,000 for showing up, they probably would have all came. But
I still, nobody wants to go, but I bet if it was Peyton Manning with the Colts back in the day, they might not have wanted to, but I bet they would have. I bet they would have went anyway.
Very good point.
I think Russell Wilson is just not a leader. And when he was in Seattle, and it was the best years in Seattle, the vocal leaders of the locker room was the defense. You know, it was guys like
Yeah, I mean,
Richard
it was the Legion of
Sherman.
Boom.
Yeah, and those guys led the locker room. And Russ was kind of allowed to sit there and do his own thing and just win games and not have to be a leader because, you know, the defense was the culture. Like, they kept everyone hype and ready to rock. And now when there isn't that energy or that juice and Russ is getting expected to do it because he's making $320 million, he isn't that guy.
Russ stinks, and I mean, like we said, I think in another previous episode, you could tell, like last year, that Russ was falling off. But people said that it was an injury that that caused it, but he was playing bad before the injury happened. So, moving on, I guess. The Cleveland Browns beat the Texans 27-14.
I watched a good amount of this game, and honestly, if any quarterback not named Kyle Allen that starts in the National Football League was playing, the Browns probably would have lost. They got the touchdown on the special teams. Donovan Peoples-Jones took that shit to the house. He broke like 3 tackles to get there. And they had 2 pick sixes. I think it was a pick six and a fumble recovery, something like that. But, there was no – if you're the Cleveland Browns defense and you're playing Kyle Allen and the Houston Texans, there's no – it's just – you know what they're going to do. It's pretty one-dimensional. Dameon Pierce was running all over them early, but I think they adjusted and they got the run game figured out a little bit better, and then it forced Kyle to have to throw the ball. Deshaun Watson looked like shit, but a lot of that had to do early on due to field position. There was a two drive period where the Texans got the ball on the 1 yard line, they stopped them 4th and goal, stuffed them at the goal line. Offense comes on, Nick Chubb gets hit in the end zone, safety. They punt the ball, Texans go 3 and out. They punt the ball onto the fucking Browns 5 yard line. So they're starting within their 5 yard line for 2 consecutive drives. Sean couldn't do anything with it again. So it's it was growing pains. He hadn't played football in 700 days. So I think they'll be okay. He showed glimpses of being able to hit Amari Cooper over the middle of the field. That looked pretty good. But at the end of the day, the receiving core in Cleveland sucks dick. And Deshaun is not going to be a top quarterback this year, I don't think. I think next year he'll break back out. But this year this will just be him revamping up for next year, essentially.
I think the Browns still have a small chance to make the playoffs, too. Got 9% chance. More than
they have to win some fucking games.
Seahawks beat the Rams 27-23. Geno Smith hit DK.
Thank God for that.
Starting to think you're a Seahawks fan.
No, it's just I have the stack, and I was up 4 points on Bryce. I was like, man, a fucking DK touchdown would be fantastic here. It'd seal the game. The next thing you know, fucking Geno Smith laid that shit into DK in the end zone. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Geno Smith is a fucking badass. But, there is not many times where a quarterback this irrelevant comes to a team and becomes this good.
No.
He looked okay. He looked okay last year.
He wrote.
Yeah, but I mean,
he wrote to him, and nobody wrote back.
Right.
He's arguably a top 10 quarterback right now. This year. You can make that argument. He's top 10 quarterback.
He's top 10 this year, yeah, but I mean, if we were ranking quarterbacks just in general, I'd probably laugh at you
but I'm
put
saying
Geno in your top 10. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, just strictly just this year, yeah, he's top 10.
And he was a bottom of the half backup last year. He didn't look bad, but there were a lot more backups you would rather have on your team than him. And then literally they thought the Seahawks were going to tank, and then now they're fighting for a playoff spot potentially.
I mean, nobody saw this coming. But, I mean, there's not many people in this world that are upset. Geno Smith has a lot of people that are cheering for him.
Oh, yeah,
because everybody likes a good underdog story.
And I think what's also underrated is the additions that the Seahawks have made on the offensive line. At the tackles, Charles Cross has played really good this year. Then their right tackle's also played really good. So, they have the protection for Geno, they have the weapons. They've always had the weapons. It was just the protection was so dog shit that even Russ couldn't really do anything. And now Geno has the protection to make plays, and the defense has been playing better than expected. So, yeah, it's weird. Geno is the ultimate bridge quarterback, but it's you kind of have to re-sign him now. What are you gonna do? Because you're not gonna have a pick high enough to get a C.J. Stroud or a Bryce Young.
We get Will Levis.
I think Will Levis might be gone before they pick.
Yeah, very true.
I think
I mean,
whoever
with
picks Will
fucking
Levis is a mistake.
You think so? Why?
I agree with Chase.
I don't think.
Whenever I watch Will Levis, nothing really special strikes me. I don't know.
I'm a Kentucky fan too, so they're like them or whoever. I forgot who said it, but the number one pick thing was stupid because he's not. I don't know where you checked him at.
Mel Kiper said at one time that he thought he could go number one.
I think he's a top 20 pick. Like even with his injury and like the team not playing good, like a lot of people, like there's some people that have said like he's showing that how he would play on a really shitty NFL team, and like would just battle through adversity. But he's got the build. But yeah, the Seahawks, like if you really think about it, I know Baker's going to the Rams, but you know, with the 49ers not getting anybody and going with Brock Purdy for the rest of the year, like this kind of opens it up for the Seahawks to take the division if they keep playing this well.
I was literally about to say, whenever I watch Will Levis play, I just see a Baker Mayfield.
I don't see that.
Like what Baker was in college.
I mean,
I don't know. That's what I see.
I don't know because Baker Mayfield was a number one overall pick and a Heisman winner. Will Levis was never going to be that.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't know how else to word it. I just feel like that whenever I watch Will Levis and I see that he's going to be a top 20 pick because he will be.
The Rams are 3-9.
The same thing.
yes.
Holy shit! I didn't realize they were that bad.
Yeah.
The Rams are 3-9.
Yeah, they have less than 0.1% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and you talk about the Saints being in cap hell. Have you seen their fucking cap situation? They are fucked. Sean McVay, go ahead and retire, bud, because it's not going to get any easier.
Yeah, it's bad over there.
I mean, Seahawks are one game out of first. The only person in front of them is a Brock Purdy-led 49ers. So unless Brock Purdy is just that man.
He is. He's Mr. Relevant now.
We'll see how long that lasts. But what's the next game, Chase?
Oh, I'm trying to see if the Seahawks play the 49ers later, but they do not. Next game, moving on, will be the next top of the 49ers. They beat the Dolphins 33-17.
That was impressive considering, I mean, Brock played almost the entire second half, didn't he?
He came in losing.
Yeah.
He did.
I mean,
Tua looked like, from the highlights I saw, Tua looked horrible.
it's that 49ers defense, man. Their defense is fucking legit. It's just
49ers
Dolphins
really
defense sucks.
I said it. I know y'all don't get on PlayStation. White and Chase. Brandon might have been in the party, but I did say the other night that Jimmy G going down is obviously a loss. Like that's not like a positive. But I did say that the 49ers have never really had a great quarterback anyway, that they rely on their roster around them and their defense and their playmakers and stuff, that I don't think that it affects them too awful much. Like I still see the 49ers as one of the higher contenders in the NFC, even with this new quarterback. Like I truly do.
Kind of surprised me they didn't try to go get Baker.
I think they did, but
I think
the Rams are like
higher on the waiver wire. Yeah.
waiver wire.
The Rams were higher on the waiver wire because they have a worse record.
But, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Baker's going to stay with them past this year. I don't think.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
Baker will learn the playbook this week. He won't play against us Thursday night, and then probably after that he'll just finish out the season for him like the last 4 games probably.
Yeah, I think it was more to keep him away from the 49ers than it was for them to actually want to sign him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's like a, I don't know, maybe like a tryout. Maybe they know something we don't know about Matthew Stafford. He's trying to hang him up. trying to get a head start. I guess moving on to the next game, the Bengals beat the Chiefs 27-24. Bengals just own the Chiefs at this point.
That guy.
Sure do.
That's
Joe
the man
Shiesty.
right there.
Joe Burrow.
Shiesty.
Joe
Who dat?
Burrow owns Patrick Mahomes.
They forced the Chiefs to play so one-dimensional, I feel like. And, when Samaje Perine has 110 yards rushing.
Imagine how many
beat 'em.
Mixon would have had if he would have played.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like the Chiefs have never been good running the ball, if you really think about it, since Shady and, Jamal Charles have been done. So
I mean, Clyde went on a little hot. Last year Clyde wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it's just the Bengals' rush defenses. I think it's probably one of the most overlooked parts of a team's defense in the league. I think the Bengals' rushing defense is legit. I mean, they stopped Derrick Henry last week, and then this week, they forced the Chiefs to play, backyard, throw the ball every fucking play kind of football, and it works. Because if you can keep up with them scoring, it's never going to be a blowout with the Bengals and the Chiefs play, but if you can keep the running under control and score as much as they can, you're going to give yourself a chance to win. Because I guarantee that secondary got cooked by Mahomes.
I didn't get to watch this game.
I didn't watch.
it.
I didn't watch
But-
any of it.
But, great segue. The next game, the Raiders beat the Chargers 27-20. As the Raiders won to 5-7, the Chargers dropped to 6-6. Anything you want to say, buddy?
Yeah. Josh Jacobs, Offensive Player of the Year. All right, move on.
I want to say something. I remember before the season, most people, a lot of us included, said there's a very good opportunity that the AFC West puts 4 playoff teams in the playoffs. And now it's looking like instead of that, it's going to be the NFC East putting potentially 4 teams in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
So
I have my opinion about that.
there might be one that makes the fucking AFC playoffs out of that division.
I think the whole AFC West would. No, not the Broncos. I think us right now, the Chiefs, Chargers would beat the Commanders and Giants. That's just my
but
opinion.
Josh McDaniels sucks dick, so.
The Raiders aren't far away from playoff spot.
No.
Yeah, shit, if you think about it, there's a very good possibility that 3 out of the 4 coaches in the AFC West get fired after this year. Daniels, Staley.
I think if the Raiders
Hackett.
make the playoffs, McDaniels won't get fired. Maybe.
No. But
I could see it, though.
it very well could happen.
What do you think, Kendall? You think he'll get fired if y'all make the playoffs?
No, but I'm not.
I could see it going both ways.
I don't think he gets fired regardless anymore. I want him to, but I don't think he will. I've just kind of accepted it, and I'm also just I haven't been commenting to Logan at work or my dad about the Raiders and their playoff chances or no chance that they have. I have not said a word about it, and I'm going to continue to not say a word about it. So
think that's one of the jinxes.
appreciate it. I'm just going to bring it up.
Raiders to
538 gave
Raiders
you
to the
a
playoffs.
16% chance, and if they win against the Rams, get bumped up to 23%. So.
The curse.
What's the rest of y'all's schedule? Rams.
Patriots.
Yeah, go ahead, Shane.
You know.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Rams, Pats, Steelers, 49ers, and then Chiefs. Chiefs last week, so they could be sitting their guys.
I mean, all are winnable games. I mean, being honest.
Right. You should
They're
beat
all
the
winnable,
Rams.
but for the Raiders, they're all losable.
The Pats and the Steelers are toss-ups because you just don't know which type of that team's going to come out and play. Kenny Pickett could go out there and just torch y'all.
In my opinion, our hardest game left on our schedule is the 49ers because I do think the Chiefs will be sitting people.
Absolutely.
If the Chiefs weren't sitting people, it'd be them, but I think they will be.
Derek Carr's going to have about a whole half a second in the fucking pocket.
I mean, Raiders haven't lost since he cried in the locker room. So, moving on.
That's right.
The Cowboys beat the Eagles 54-19. Cowboys are 9-3, close to 4-8-1.
Great Sunday night football game.
I didn't watch it.
It was horrible. Be glad you didn't. It was just
It was actually okay until I fell asleep, which was before they dropped to 33 points.
Second half was a shit show.
yeah.
Matt Ryan is fucking cooked.
He's bad.
He's so bad.
He has no mobility at all, which he's never really had mobility. He is a quicksand every time he's in the pocket. You get a free rusher, some type of blitz, he's toast. Feel bad for the Colts because they're going to have a new quarterback next year. And who knows who it'll be next time.
And a new coach.
Maybe.
You don't think Jeff Saturday will?
No, I definitely think he's not even fired. They're just going to hey, son.
Or, well, yeah.
They're not going to, yeah. There's no fucking shot. He stays.
Jimmy G, quarterback of the Colts next year. You heard it here first.
We'll bookmark that one and we'll bring it back up. It does happen. Last game of the week, the Bucks with the comeback victory over the pitiful Saints.
The goat.
The
TB12
fired
strikes
Dennis
again.
Allen campaign still holds true. Not that I dislike Dennis Allen. It's just Dennis Allen is a great defensive coordinator. He's not a great head coach. Defense played great.
Ass as head coach. I'll go ahead and help you.
Yeah, he's a great DC. Defense played great. They just got tired at the end. We played way too fucking conservative. Taysom Hill, if you're going to play fucking tight end, catch goddamn football. That's all I got to say. On that third and long, couldn't catch the fucking ball. We had to punt, and then they went down there and scored. Andy Dalton, week in and week out, puts this team in a position to win and plays good, solid, game-managing style of quarterback, and the skill players keep fucking it up. And the offensive line keeps drawing penalties every fucking week. We are like bottom 2 in the league in penalty yards. Like, we are undisciplined. We can't hold on to the football. Our skill positions players fucking suck. And our defense gets hanged out to dry every week. So it's like, Alvin Kamara, he's good, he's a great running back. But it's just like, in this system and how we've been playing, he's useless. We're running dives between the tackles, and I mean, we're getting him some throwing yards, but it just seems like he's not able to really go out and do what he's going to do, what he's capable of doing. So if we're going to play like that, we don't need him because we're just wasting the value of trading Alvin and shedding Cap when he's essentially just as useful right now as Mark Ingram is, again, running through the tackles. It's just, we fucking suck. And I wish we would do something about it.
I'm happy you guys suck.
We just have this false hope of everything's going to be okay. Because, all the skill, well, we're fine. Our defense is really good. We just got to build the offense. We don't have no fucking money. It's just, I really thought that would have been a great win for us. Because, I don't know. It's demoralizing just to watch our team week in and week out. The defense come to play and the offense can't get it done. Because, for three... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say keep on losing so I can get our pick even higher.
Yeah. At least that's helping y'all out, I guess. But for 3 quarters and 11 minutes, we held fucking Tampa Bay to 10 points. And, we kept the 49ers in check last week. So, the defense has played great. And we're doing this without Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore has missed the last 8 games. And we're still playing good defense. Alante Taylor, Paulson Adebo are playing great corner. Our linebackers have played great. Even with fucking DeMario Davis is the fucking best player on the Saints roster. and he's like 34 years old. Like, give that man some
Can I
help.
ask something? I completely went blank. How did the Eagles get the Saints pick?
Wait, was it in the Marcus Davenport trade?
Basically, we wow. Wait. Yeah, so we traded the 18th pick for you guys 16th, 19th. You guys gave us a first round pick. So we gave you we had 2 draft picks in the first round. I don't fucking know, dude. But it says we gave you guys the 16th and 19th and 194. And then we got your 18th, 101, and then a first round pick this year and the second round pick next year. So
it was just
I don't
a
know.
pick swap?
Yeah, but I don't know how.
Okay. So basically, the Saints wanted 2 first round picks that specific year.
Yeah, I think they're also banking that they would have been good. They wouldn't have been a top 5 pick.
Who'd they pick with those picks?
I think they got
Olave?
Chris Olave. And, I just clicked out of it.
So you basically gave up a first round pick in order to get Olave and somebody else. I mean, that ain't. I guess it depends on whoever somebody else is. That ain't horrible. I was just wondering how y'all got it. I couldn't remember.
I mean, now it's horrible though because
Yeah, now the Eagles are one of the best teams in the league. They're about to possibly get a top 5 pick.
all right.
And fucking Chris Olave fucking sucks.
All right, we're not doing this.
No. Let me say it. He
All
doesn't
right, there's
suck
that.
overall. We drafted Trevor Penning, who played his first game of the year last week with that other first round pick. But Chris Olave is good. But if he's going to be the number 1 receiver on the Saints, he's got to make the hard catches and contest over the middle of the field. And Andy Dalton gives him the ball right where it needs to be, right in his fucking face mask, and he drops the ball over and over and over again.
You know who else had drop issues to start their career as a rookie? Jamar Chase, Randy Moss. A lot of rookie receivers. He'll be fine.
Time, dude.
Yeah,
I want
he'll
him to
fine.
be good. It's just he needs to be better now than he is.
I need to suck for now. Wait till next year. We know how we're good.
He can be good next year.
Let's take it
Or
time.
not.
All right.
I don't think we'll win 6 games next year, to be honest.
Maybe Drew Brees will come back.
That ain't going to help. We get worse.
Well,
Oh hell!
He's
I guess
fucking 45 years old. He's not built to play quarterback anymore. But yeah, that concludes our Week 13 recap. What a week, honestly.
I guess now we predict talk about the Thursday game coming up.
Yeah, who plays tomorrow night?
It's Raiders Rams, and it's Thursday night, not Wednesday night.
I said Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Or
Did I
Wyatt
say
said
Wednesday or Thursday?
Wyatt said tomorrow night.
My bad.
Oh, because I was looking at.
But yeah, give me the Raiders. Raiders by a million because the Rams suck.
Well, Kendall, you're screwed.
Cursed.
Well, they'll be without Stafford, no Cup, no A-Rob, no Donald. Really,
Yeah,
they're only
so-
They got
Raiders
Bobby
by a
Wagner
million.
and Jalen Ramsey. So the game's going to be billed as Jalen Ramsey versus Devontae, but Devontae's going to cook his fucking trash ass all game. Josh Jacobs is going to run the football. We're going to play how we've been playing the last few weeks, and we're going to get our 4th win in a row.
Anybody not picking the Raiders?
I got the Raiders.
Nope.
Okay, we can move on. I think this game should have been fucking flexed. This is,
Dude, I
the
would-
most worthless primetime matchup.
I hate playing on Thursday night football. I'd rather play at 12 o'clock on Sunday than play on Thursday night football.
1 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
That's Central Time, you asshole.
12 o'clock Central
12 o'clock
is the real time.
Central.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll take Sunday night football. I'll take Monday night football. I'll take noon. I'll take 3. I hate Thursday night. I hate playing on Thursday night football. I don't know why.
Even
I
8
just hate it.
a.m. in London?
I would. No,
Those
I'd
are
rather.
worse, those are rough.
I'd rather have Thursday than play at 8 a.m.
All right. So, moving on from that,
Who's the
I
next
say,
game?
well, that's all the games for this
Oh,
week.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
with that, that's really the end for this first episode. So,
I thought we were
Let's
playing the
hope-
game this one.
no, we're going to play the game on the next episode because this one's already at like 50 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So this
Sorry.
next one should be... No, you're fine. So, next episode, we're going to be playing the game that we talked about in this episode. So check out for the second episode. We're going to be giving our predictions for week 14, getting to see who we think is going to win each game. Maybe you can hedge all of our picks. You might make some money there. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And we'll see you in the next one.
Go Cards.
Birds.
Raider Nation.
Do that, bitch.